This is Morning Juice. Sports, insight, and great storytelling. Starring Bobby Carpenter and Jeff Tito Thitoff. It's time to attack and dominate.
Attack and dominate on a Friday. That's the plan. I'm Tito, Jeff Thitoff. My left, Bobby Carpenter. My right, Isaiah Impervodi. And Bob, the best news we have, it feels like things have been fixed. No more hour-and-a-half long segments like we had yesterday.
Well, there you go. That's exciting for us. I don't know. The listeners everybody watching may have enjoyed it.
They might have liked that.
Yeah, no one likes.
And
my
I
kids
also
hate commercials. They don't know why they exist.
I also haven't pressed any buttons yet either, so.
Well, yeah, but you gave me the confidence that it was fixed.
Other people gave me confidence to tell you.
He told you what the problem was.
Yes.
I asked him, what if it happens again?
We haven't gotten there yet.
There was no solution.
Yes, I know.
It wasn't him. It's just like, what's the solution? There isn't one.
So hopefully, when I press buttons today, it works.
Hopefully it works. Big show lined up for you today. Lots of more Big Ten media talk. We'll get into that. Also, we've got AJ Hawk coming on. Bob, there's this new website out there, new, I guess it would be a new Twitter account. It's called like 20 Years Ago Sports. They popped up the other day. I saw a picture of AJ after he signed his contract, holding it, looking so young with the Packers. And so I may pop that up there today when we have him on there, although he won't see it because he'll be on the phone. But nonetheless, maybe we'll do that. But like I say, big show lineup for you today. But yesterday, Bob, we failed to mention something that was very, very important. Do you know what yesterday represented?
July 30th.
Thank you. It is the last Thursday without football till through the end of the calendar year. We will have football every Thursday going forward.
There's a game this Thursday. I guess the Hall of Fame game.
Hall of Fame game. And then there'll be NFL preseason action every Thursday until college football gets underway end of the month. That was our last Thursday, Bob. I feel like we should have had a cake or celebrated somehow, maybe a drink, I don't know. But we should have done something to commemorate that, and we failed to do so.
Yeah, we could have probably brought it up on the show. We're bringing it up today, so I don't know if it's going to dramatically impact anybody's life either way, but
it impacted my life.
It did?
Oh, yeah. When I heard that news, Bob, I'm telling you right now, I got so excited. I just couldn't hide it.
So you watch all of the Thursday night games from start to finish?
No.
So then why does it matter to you?
It's the fact that it's happening, Bob. It's the fact that it's...
Yeah, but if it doesn't impact you, then what's...
It impacts my mood knowing I've got football. If I wanted to, every Thursday...
Okay. So that's if
no,
you
I'm just
want...
saying, Bob, that doesn't excite you?
It's about the tease. The build-up sometimes is better, you know?
It is really. It's
Having been been on the other side of it, like the start of the season, I almost dread it more than anything. Like I'm excited for it to start, but like there's a dread of understanding that it's pedal down for the next 5 months. And that's okay.
The Hall of Fame game is like baseball start of the season for me. I will be so excited about the Reds starting the season, and about three innings in, I'm like, oh, what I got to do is some yard work to get done. I'll watch, Bob. I will watch the beginning of the Hall of Fame game. Mm-hmm. I will watch it. But then before the end of the first quarter, be like,
That's what I'm telling you. You're going to be disappointed again. So it's
not a disappointment, though, because I have the option. I'm breaking up with them. I can choose. I'm not forced to watch it. Okay. I'm excited it's an option, though, just in case. Cleveland plays Arizona tonight at 7. I'm sorry. I need to make sure I get this right. The Cleveland Guardians. I don't want to get too ahead of myself here. Play the Arizona Diamondbacks tonight at 7:10. Reds beat the Pirates 3-2. They play at 6:10 at Great American Ballpark tonight. Ohio State released some of the details about their exhibition trip to Puerto Rico, Bob. They are basketball. Sorry, here we go. Yep, you're right. You said they are going to do a pair of games against select teams Puerto Rico. The games, though, apparently will not be available on like a webcast type of thing. But Ohio State also announced, Bob, that on October 25th, they're going to play Butler.
On a webcast type of thing, you won't be able to watch them is what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Well, the press was telling you.
They use the term webcast?
That's what they used, yes.
Who's writing that?
Bob, I don't know. It's your
It's at the bottom. Hold on. Yeah. Who is the SID for basketball right now?
It's not Gary Pett. I'm not sure who it is. I have to take a look. But
term webcast.
It's an old term.
Oh,
So if you're 1,000.
We'll be on AOL.com if you have dial-up. Ohio State also announced they're going to play Butler on October 25th at the Schott exhibition game there. That's fun. Little Thad Matta classic, although I'm not going to call it that. And then also, I think tickets.
That doesn't coach for Butler anymore.
I know, that's what I'm saying, but he did. His history is Butler and Ohio State. He doesn't coach anywhere right now. I'm saying it's kind of a fun thing, though, that it's the Thad. And I think Thad has spent some time around the team this offseason as well. I think he's been in the facility.
Sure.
So, cool thing. And I believe tickets go on sale today for the Ohio State game against Cincinnati. That'll take place at 3 o'clock. Now, they've announced that on October 7th at the Linder Family Tennis Center in Mason, Ohio. And that'll be the first game of the doubleheader, followed by Xavier and Dayton. Reports, I checked out the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. I checked out The Athletic yesterday, and it looked like Will Howard had a decent practice yesterday, which is good. He and Drew Aller, according to the reports, looked better than Mason Rudolph did, so that's good. Howard did have an interception at the end of his workout, end of his time running with the team there, but nonetheless, so it sounds like, though, he had a decent performance at camp, according to the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette and also the Athletics. That's a good sign, Bob.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than the alternative. I don't know how much I trust the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette to evaluate. Throwing interceptions, obviously, is rarely good, so you have to see the context of how it happened and what the throws look like, but it's better than the alternative.
It says that he, during his 2-minute drill with the second-team offense against second-team defense, he completed a few passes in a row and then got down to the 35-yard line of the defense, misread a scheme, fired into a crowd. The ball landed right to the hands.
Misread a scheme. I love the evaluation on that.
The ball landed right into the hands of second-year safety Sebastian Castro, ending the drive and the practice.
Misread a scheme.
Not sure what the scheme was, but it was misread.
Yes.
It was misread.
The
That's
pick
correct.
must have
That's how
let them know.
I would ask whoever wrote that, what did you interpret it to be?
What was that
Before
scheme?
you're defining him as misreading it, which I'm not saying he read it correctly, but
right. So he threw it into a fired.
If you want to say made an ill-advised pass, then I would say that's probably accurate. But saying misread a scheme, I don't know if I would.
Fired into a crowd also was the other phrasing used there. So, nonetheless,
threw an errant pass.
That's what it sounds like. Yes, that's.
Well, then if you want all you do is say that instead. Yeah. Misread a scheme. I love it.
You gotta stand out though, Bob. That's what.
It's not standing out. It's trying to evaluate something you probably don't have any idea on, and unfortunately, like he may have just thrown a bad ball. Like he could have thrown one, just poorly.
I believe the article is written by Bubby Brister, so maybe he knows something about
Bubby Brister. There's zero chance Bubby Brister's writing a newspaper article.
You're right. It was Neil O'Donnell. Okay, let's do this date in history, Bob. Make me smarter.
Time to get smarter. Morning Juice presents Today in History. Here's your professor, Bobby Carpenter.
All right, Carp, what you made?
It is Friday, July 31st, the 212th day of the year, 153 days remaining in this 2026. This date's 1790. The first U.S. patent is issued to inventor Samuel Hopkins for this potash process. This date, 1874. Patrick Francis Healy becomes the first black president of a predominantly white university, that being the Georgetown University just outside of Washington. This date, 1930, Lou Gehrig hits a grand slam and two doubles for a 14-13 win as the Yankees top the Red Sox. He has 8 ribbies as part of his day. 1948, New York International Airport is officially dedicated. That is later renamed JFK Airport. And then this date, 1969, after what was about an 8-year hiatus, Elvis makes his first live appearance since 1961 in Las Vegas, playing 57 shows.
We can't go on together with suspicious minds, and we can't build our dreams on suspicious minds.
Banger.
Where do you rank that on your Elvis?
That is definitely top 10 for me. Top 10 for sure.
I don't know if I've ever heard that song, but I liked it.
Suspicious Minds, really, it's a banger. It's something he wrote around the time of the breakup with Priscilla.
Okay. There we go. This date, 1971, the Apollo 15 landed on the moon a couple days ago. They officially take their first lunar rover ride. And then also on that same date, James Taylor hits number 1 with You've Got a Friend.
All you got to do is call, and I'll be there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You've got a friend.
You know, it's remarkable. I thought that this was the case. So tomorrow I'll be 43. Elvis was 42 when he died. And I remember looking at the pictures of him at the end, thinking how terrible he looked. And it's wild. I mean, 42 years old. Remarkable.
Look at Sparky Anderson at 41. That's the other one. Sparky Anderson was 41, I think, in 1975 when he led the Reds to the World Series. Look at how old that man looks at 41.
Yeah, he looks the same now.
Well, he's dead.
We did.
Yeah. He looked the same all the way through. He was like Steve Martin looked that way also. Yes. But that James Taylor song, Bob, that when it came out, it was so annoying.
Why?
How old was it? What'd you say it was 70?
71.
71. Okay, I guess it was later than that. But like when my sister was in middle school, it seemed like every school choir had that in their holster.
Good. How many school choir concerts were you going to?
I went to 3 that year. I had my own I went to because I went to a different school than my sister.
You were in the choir?
No, I wasn't in it. I went to it, though.
Good for you.
I'm a
supporter.
I support the school. I went to a school that I didn't even go to, or anybody. I had a friend that went to the school. I went to their choir concert also. It was within walking distance of the house. I'm a supporter, Bob.
You are you're an
athletic supporter.
Athletic supporter?
You're not going to be athletics, be an athletic
yeah,
supporter.
but I mean, you're also a supporter of all
I am.
extracurriculars. Good for you, Jeff. This day, 1976, Orleans releases their banger, Still the One. That's a great one. I'm trying to think there's a couple commercials that's been featured in over the years, and it's really great. On that same date, Breezin', the album by George Benson, hits number 1. A little funk here for you, Jeff.
Play Elvis and Still the One. I mean, you're trying me, Bob.
Play James Taylor for you, too.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just saying. Elvis
Saw it 3 times live.
Still the One. That's
by middle school choirs.
Yes. No, elementary school choirs.
Oh, sorry. This day, 1988, Jose Canseco becomes the first to hit 30 home runs in his first 3 major league seasons. And then in 2012, Michael Phelps sets a record that it was existing all the way back to 1964 for most medals won at the Olympics. 19 total, 15 golds.
So Michael Phelps here with Yannick Arniel chasing him home. It's history of the best kind. So in over 100 years, nobody's won as many medals at the Olympic Games in any sport than this great champion Michael Phelps. He makes it 19 tonight and a 15th gold. It's a place that nobody's been to before and maybe we'll never get to again. It's the USA, France and China. What a moment. Not just for swimming, not just for Phelps, but for the Olympics in total.
There you go. For the Olympics in total.
Would have loved Lachey on that call.
I don't know why we have foreigners making U.S. calls.
Exactly.
I mean, if you want to do it in soccer, I get it. But, like, swimming, America dominates swimming. So why are we having a Brit over there making the calls on that, assuming that's what he is? Maybe he's South African.
They weren't sure if
Australian.
Michael Phelps was going to win again, clearly.
If you go look, there's about 8 of his gold medals that come down to the wire.
It's like the milliseconds.
Oh, you're talking hundreds of seconds. I mean, he was a great finisher. Like as far as some of his teammates were and has realized they won the big ones by touchouts.
Do we have any interns here working?
No.
I would assign an intern. What I would say I'd say to the intern, say, hey, intern, what I want you to do is go back and play that right there, record that, and have Lachey in the background of it after like an Ohio State touchdown or something, or after the call in the Fiesta Bowl against Miami, and have Lachey kind of with that, screaming that.
Chanting defense?
Yes! Yes! Go! Something like that.
Oh, don't know if you need an intern. It'd probably take about 5 minutes to do it.
It might, but I'm not gonna say Isaiah, go do that, or Bodie, go do that.
Because there's no reason to do it.
Well, for my personal satisfaction, Bob.
We had to get rid of interns because you kept calling them interns. Hey, intern, go do this.
I used to call them outturns, and they didn't like that. That was the problem.
Oh, boy. Turning 70 today. Father of Big Tommy Callahan, but maybe not. One of the best O-line coaches in the NFL, Mr. Bill Callahan.
We've got to be the dumbest team in America in terms of playing the game. And I'm highly critical because of the way we give games away. We give them away, period. I apologize for that, but that's the best we can do. That's a sad problem.
Oh, goodness. Turning 68 today, the drummer for REM, Mr. Bill Berry.
It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. And I feel fine.
Still alive, huh?
68?
He was the reason, like, he left the band, right? Like a brain cancer thing or something.
Was he the one that left?
I think it was him, the first one that left, I believe.
Okay. I had no idea why they broke up. I mean, they were still together when I was young, and then they just stopped making music, and that was before, like, the internet or anything, so I didn't know.
I think that they did keep playing as a three-piece. I mean, they had, other drummers, like studio drummers come in and things like that. But, yeah, March 1st, 1995, in Switzerland, he collapsed on stage from a ruptured brain aneurysm. Recovered, rejoined the band, but left in October 1997, saying he no longer had the drive or enjoyment level to be in the band. That he wanted to not travel. 2024, he said he regretted leaving the band. That was a weird time.
Still alive.
Yep, and I made it weird for these guys too.
You made me go back and check. I was like, the brain cancer. Amazing he's alive. Turning 68 as well today. Same birthday. The man known as the Cubes, Mark Cuban.
And the Heat will not foul. Sean Marion dribbles it out. And the celebration will begin. The Dallas Mavericks are NBA champions. The first title in franchise history. The emotions of Dirk Nowitzki. What he's always dreamed of. Hoping to have another chance after the bitter loss in 2006. An unlikely playoff run capped off by Dallas upsetting LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and the favored Miami Heat.
We were so sad you guys couldn't come to the wedding.
We completely understand.
Oh, yeah.
You were busy fishing with Mark Cuban.
Oh, yeah. Well, not just the Cubes, but we had Chris Daughtry, Jeff Probst, Super Chef Bobby Flay. I mean, it was insane. I mean, it was almost too much.
The Cubes. Oh, I knew Bodie would pull that together for us. It's always fun to listen to. Born on this day, 1962. Unfortunately, passed away 6 years ago. Got a chance to my dad played with him. He coached my guy AJ up in Green Bay. Always loved to talk about smoking sticks, Mr. Kevin Green.
Dumb. Well, Tony Banks is hit by short kick at the bubble, and Kevin Green picks it up. He could go all the way and hit that end zone hard. Boom! Touchdown, 14-0, the Panthers.
Any idea where Kevin Green ranks on the all-time sack list, Thitoff?
I'm going to put him 7th.
Third.
Oh, wow.
I knew he was pretty high.
Huh.
It was top 5. He was he was really good. He played for a long time, too. Like I said, I remember watching him play in high school. His rookie year was my dad's last season with the Rams. So he'd been playing for a long time. Then he coached AJ. He used to go outside and smoke heaters outside of the practice facility up in Green Bay. It's pretty great. R.I.P. Kevin Green. Turning 64 today, born on the same day as Kevin Green, Mr. Wesley Snipes.
Some mother are always trying to ice skate up here.
Yes, played.
Are you out of your damn mind? Who said I was a vampire, huh?
Nobody. There worse things out tonight than vampires.
Like what?
Like me. I must have heard hundreds of you rodents make the same claim. Each one of them have tasted the end of my sword. I was born ready, mother.
I've never seen that movie, Bob.
Oh, the Blade franchise is great. The ice skating uphill line is one of my favorites.
But I would say it's probably not a top 5 Wesley Snipes movie.
I don't know.
Ooh. That's because I haven't seen it. But anyway, I would put New Jack City at 1. I put Major League at 2, White Men Can't Jump at 3, because those are only 3 Wesley Snipes movies I've seen.
And then you're going to say that's not in the top 5 because you only could list 3.
Yes.
I was waiting for you to go further than that.
For 4 and 5.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not top 5.
Turning 61 today, former WWE executive and uncle of current linebacker coach at Ohio State, Mr. John Laurinaitis. Turning 61 as well today, J.K. Rowling.
Excuse me. Who are you?
Rubius Hagrid, keeper of keys and grounds at Hogwarts. Of course, you know all about Hogwarts.
Sorry, no.
No? Blimey, Harry, didn't you ever wonder where your mum and dad learned it all?
Learned what?
You're a wizard, Harry.
I'm a what?
A wizard. And a thumping good one, I'd wager, once you trade up a little.
No, you've made a mistake. I mean, I can't be a wizard. I mean, I'm just Harry. Just Harry.
Just Harry.
Better J.K. J.K. Rowling, J.K. Simmons.
Well, I mean, J.K. Rowling doesn't really do a whole lot. She writes and produces. J.K. Simmons is a pretty good actor. I enjoy him a lot. And, well, he's a Buckeye of sorts. He lived here for a while, moved away later, but is an Ohio State fan. Yes. Dean Cain, turning 60 today, the former safety from Princeton. Interception leader, I believe, his senior year in NCAA, and then played Superman in The Adventures of Lois and Clark.
Sounds like he didn't really play that well then at Princeton.
What does that mean?
Oh, if you're Superman, you'd think you'd be able to get a lot more than just leading interception guy. Put you on offense, Bob.
Exactly. There you go. Turning 48 today, Mr. Zach Brown.
And a little bit of chicken fried. Cold beer on a Friday night. A pair of jeans that fit just right. And the radio.
Oh, goodness. Turning 48 as well, Will Chapman, the drummer for Cold. There we go. Turning 47 today. I know, Bodie, I'm excited to see what he pulled together for this. One of the actors and producers in The Office and writers, Mr. B.J. Novak.
Jim's been looking at me kind of a lot all week. I would be creeped out by it, but it's nothing compared to the way Michael looks at me. Honestly, Michael, it's for you.
Not a native speaker. Indirect, yeah. Yeah. Not a native language speaker. It's so amazing. Ryan used me as an object. Oh, great writing there by BJ. Turning 44 today, former teammate of mine and NFL Hall of Famer, Mr. DeMarcus Ware.
2nd and 10, and that will close out the half as DeMarcus Ware pile drives Cam Newton to the ground.
Denver with a 4-man rush. Newton in the pocket. In trouble. Being forced and chased. And he's going to be sacked. DeMarcus Ware's got him, and down he goes.
That's the 7th time that Newton has been sacked in this game.
And if you haven't started already, you can officially start now because the Denver Broncos are world champions. They have just won Super Bowl 50.
Oh, there we go. And turning 38 today, former Cincinnati Bengal wide receiver, Mr. A.J. Green.
Quick out route to try to get in field goal range. Looks like they're going to go deep. Dalton to the end zone, down the field, and it is deflected and caught! Touchdown! A.J. Green! Prayer answered for the Bengals!
Okay. Forget about all that strategy, the timeout use, the clock management. You know what? Just throw it up to A.J. Green. Forget all of that stuff.
And finally, passing away on this date, 2012, one of the legendary Hoopers of all time, Mr. Bill Russell.
Chris, I'm here with Bill Russell. Bill, this must have been a great win for you.
Jack.
I know it's hard to say what's in your mind right now, Bill, and it must have been a great win.
Well, this is such a great bunch of guys, you know, and it's just been so fabulous the way they played for me. And it sounds all corny, you know, to start talking like that, but I told these guys before the game, I don't care what happens, I wouldn't trade you guys for any guys in the world.
That was fairly obvious, but the leadership has to come from you, Bill, and to bring a team from 4th place during the regular season to the world's title, the 11th title in 13 years, you've got the respect of everybody in the country.
Well, Jack, it's my guys. It's just my guys. These guys play ball for me, and they're such a great bunch of guys. I just can't say enough about the guys.
I said 2012. 2022, it's hard to believe it's been 4 years since he passed away. Some holidays and observances. It's National Avocado Day. It's Shredded Wheat Day. And it's World Ranger Day. And those are your historical events, your birthdays, your passings, your holidays, observances for this date. Friday, July 31st, the final day of the month, the 212th day of the year, and 153 days remaining in this 2026.
CBS Sports Bob released their top 100 players of all time in the NFL. How many do you think you played with on the same team of the top 100?
All-time players?
All-time players, NFL.
Top 100.
Top 100. All positions. I will tell you, Vinatieri was 100th, and I had to look to make sure if you played with him or not, but you did not.
I did not. I would say 4 or 5.
They had 3 on there you played with. They had Brady, they had Gronk, and Megatron.
All right.
Those are 3 they had on there. So, anyway, just stupid knowledge. Coming up next, Ohio State receivers are getting PAID. Former Ohio State receivers. We'll do that next. Morning Juice.
Truly values local business in this town and the opportunity to work right alongside them as partners. Whether you're a small business or a large operation, Riverside Bank of Dublin has the right tools for the job. Riverside Bank of Dublin has the experience of working right here in Central Ohio. They understand the business climate in our area, and they're going to help you reach your goals. So whether you need an SBA loan to get your business off the ground, a line of credit to keep your business running smoothly, or equipment financing to get your business up to scale, Riverside Bank will tailor a solution that fits your needs. Visit them at riverside.bank or stop in to get to know them in person at 6300 France Road. Riverside Bank of Dublin, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Retirement from football hits everyone differently. For DeVere Posey and Dane Sanzenbacher, it means sitting around watching sports clips on the internet and arguing about them. Search for Didn't Catch That on YouTube and subscribe.
I'm Jeff Hogan. I've been a journalist at 10 TV for more than 20 years. I moved back to Columbus with my beautiful wife and our 2 amazing daughters and our golden retriever, Harley. This community brought me back because this is where I feel connected. Where my daughters were born, this is my home. And that is to say, I don't just report about our community, I belong to it. What happens here affects us all. And that's why we care so deeply about getting it right. And when local journalism is done right, it doesn't sit still. It moves. It moves you to act, to verify, to volunteer, to speak up or lend a hand. It moves your mind by challenging assumptions and offering new perspectives. It moves you forward by giving you the information to make decisions and thrive where you live. And yes, it moves your heart through the kind of human storytelling that stays with you wherever you are. And at 10 TV, we're here for all of it. These are the stories that move Central Ohio.
At QC Kinetics Columbus, patients find lasting joint pain relief.
Hi, I'm Bobby Carpenter.
And I'm Jake Ballard.
And we are both QC Kinetics believers. We are both pain-free in the knees.
Call QC Kinetics today for your free consultation.
Everybody thinks they're a great driver.
And Outlaw Motor Speedway gives you a chance to prove it.
Experience professional racing simulators, full motion rigs, and some of the world's most iconic tracks right here in Grandview.
Race your friends, join a league, or bring the entire office out for an unforgettable corporate event.
And when the checkered flag drops, keep the night going with great drinks and food right here or next door with the Gave and Ride.
Then climb back in the driver's seat and see who has what it takes.
Don't miss out. Book your race today. OutlawSimRacing.com.
Delaware County Veteran Services is a county office that faithfully assists veterans of Delaware County. Although not the Department of Veterans Affairs, we help veterans and their dependents navigate through the process of applying for benefits administered by the VA, and we provide transportation to VA medical facilities. So if you're a military veteran or a spouse of a veteran, schedule your appointment today. A wide range of VA and local benefits may be available to you. Delaware County Veteran Services, conveniently located in the historic courthouse in Delaware.
One man is a national champion, NFL veteran, and local business leader. The other man is Tito. This is Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
Ohio State fans, your first look at the 2026 Buckeyes is here. Join us August 6th through the 8th at the Woody Hayes Athletic Center for Ohio State football training camp, presented by Safe Light and Bob's Discount Furniture. Watch practice live, get autographs, take photos with select players, and experience the start of the new season up close. Tickets are limited, going fast. Just $48 for general admission or upgrade to VIP for shaded seating, refreshments, and more. Secure your spot today at OhioStateBuckeyes.com. Don't miss your chance to be a part of Buckeye Nation's kickoff to 2026. And also, if you see any former Buckeye wide receivers roaming around there, which you shouldn't, but they should pick up the tab, Bob. I don't know if you saw this or not. Chris Olave, though, agreed to a 4-year extension worth up to $132 million, including $90 million guaranteed with the Saints. Drew and Jason Rosenhaus told ESPN's Adam Schefter that, the agents. I guess I'm assuming Jason's his son, who's going to take over the family business, I would guess. But over the last 2 NFL off seasons, 4 former Buckeye receivers have now signed contract extensions worth a combined $527.6 million. You have Olave there. That's 4 for $132. JSN signed 1 for 4 for $168.6. Garrett Wilson 4 for $130. Terry McLaurin 3 for $97. And I know it's not guaranteed money, but there is some significant guaranteed money in all of those, as mentioned by the fact that Olave's got $90 million guaranteed in his deal. I remember hearing in recent years when John Calipari was in Kentucky talk about all the millions or maybe billions of dollars his players signed for, contracts for in the NBA. I don't hear Day making that bold of a statement about this, but boy, I tell you, the wide receivers though, and there's a reason. I know that Jeremiah Smith reconfirmed at media days that he was offered $10 million to transfer to another school in the offseason. Didn't say which school it was. I think it's widely thought of that it was Miami, but I don't know what he's making at Ohio State. But let's just say, I'm gonna throw it out there. I'm gonna say let's say he's making $5 million at Ohio State.
I love her being reckless. What are you basing that on?
It's a total guess, Bob. I'm saying. I'm just saying.
So I'm going to throw it out there. Like,
my bigger point.
Maybe he's making 3. Maybe he's making 8.
Maybe so, Bob. What I'm saying is, though, well, then I'm saying if he's making $5 million at Ohio State and he turned down 10 to go to Miami or wherever it was, it sounds like it's a smart business move by him based on the numbers that Ohio State receivers are getting paid at the next level.
You don't think that he'd get paid the same if he went to Miami?
He might, but I think he has a better chance. I think there's more if you look.
You're telling me that if he went to Miami and played there 1 year, you think that he would get paid more in the NFL?
I'm not.
If he would have if he stayed here.
I think it's a safer bet to stay at Ohio State. I'm not saying he wouldn't get paid the same amount, Bob. I'm just saying though, when you look at
no, that's what you were saying. You're saying he made a smart business decision by staying here, because he would get paid more by staying here in the NFL than he would at Miami.
I never said he'd get paid more if he stayed at Miami. I never said that, Bob. What I said was he turned down the other $5 million. If that number's correct.
You said it was a smart business decision.
It was based on the fact that how many receivers take the last 4 Miami receivers who have done that, who've got contracts, and see what they were paid. I'm saying a former Ohio State receiver, typically, if you look at these 4 contracts, Bob, these guys signed. Show me the last 4 for Miami and tell them if it compares to $527.6 million.
That's my point. Is you're saying it's a smart business decision, implying that if he staying here, he would make more in the NFL than if he went to Miami next year.
I'm not implying. I'm stating that Ohio State receivers, these last 4, have made more money than the last 4 of Miami. That's a fact, Bob. I'm not implying something. That is a fact that the last 4 Miami receivers to sign extensions in the NFL do not make $527.6 million.
That's true.
That's all I said.
But you said he made a smart business decision.
I think it's smart, Bob, to if Arch Manning decided to transfer to Air Force, okay, would Arch Manning be the same?
We might be making a bigger jump from going to Texas to Air Force than Miami to Ohio State to Miami. I mean, that might be a little extreme.
Would you say it was smart for him to stay here versus go to Miami and play with Mensa?
Darian Mensa.
Right. Would you think it's smarter for him to play here or at Ohio State? Or at Miami? Here or at Miami for the upcoming season?
Well, that's not the question we're talking about, though.
Okay.
I'm telling you that if he went to Miami for this year,
yep,
that would have no bearing on what his second contract looks like.
Very well might not, Bob.
I'm telling you, it's probably he would make just as much.
Maybe so, Bob. Or maybe he wouldn't have as good of a year, would not be a potential Heisman Trophy winner, would not.
What does that have to do with his second contract?
Bob, I'm not saying.
Well, that's what you are saying. This is what we're talking about, is their second contract.
The last 4 receivers for Ohio State just signed.
I know. I looked at the numbers. I've seen it.
Okay.
Jeff, I saw it as it came through yesterday. I was like, man, that's pretty good.
Do you think it's smarter for someone to stay in a situation like that or go take a chance playing for another school?
I'm telling you, regardless of where Jeremiah Smith played next year, his second contract would look the same.
Potentially so, Bob. Yes.
I mean,
potentially so.
So you talk about it being smarter. It's a function of just where did he want to play?
Okay.
What did he want to do?
I said it's smarter for him to stay at Ohio State. Do you disagree that it's smarter for him to stay at Ohio State?
I'm telling you that regardless of where he wanted to go, it would not impact his future.
I understand that. Do you think it's smarter for him to stay for Ohio State this year?
Oh, good. We're getting some news coming in.
What's this here?
I'm guessing it's the news. Or no, it might be playing on your computer.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Where's it at?
It stopped.
There it goes.
There we go.
Do you think it's smarter, Bob? Do you think it was if Jeremiah Smith said to you, "Hey, Bobby, do you think it's smarter for you to play for Ohio State this year or go play for Miami for $5 million more?"
For $5 million more?
Yes.
I would say you're not going to be able to recoup that $5 million in the NFL. So if you're telling me financially, I'd take the $5 million.
So you think it would be smarter for him to accept
the $10 million? You said it would be a better business decision to stay at Ohio State. I'm telling you on the straight dollars and cents, you're never going to be able to recoup the $5 million you lost.
You disagree with me saying it was smarter, though, too. I said it was smarter for him to stay here than take the money to go to Miami.
I don't think that.
Okay, so we agree it's a smarter decision for
the
state.
I do think it would. I'm telling you that if you're telling me it's a $5 million difference, which you're subjectively, like you're throwing that out there as if that's true, and maybe it is, maybe it isn't.
What in the world?
It's all right. That sounds good.
I don't.
But I'm telling you, like $5 million that you're going to get this year, you're not going to recoup that at any point in time in the future. His contract's going to look the same regardless. He's the best receiver in college football.
Okay.
So it's a better business decision for him to take the $5 million and go and play.
Okay.
So if you're telling me that's smarter, then yes, I would say that's smarter.
I believe that playing with Julian Sand, playing with Ryan Day, playing with this team is a smarter decision than going to Miami. Overall, I would say.
No, you said business-wise earlier, so that's what we're looking at.
He made a business decision.
The money you said is a better business decision, so
Right.
we're looking at it strictly from financial terms. The $5 million that he would get to go to Miami this year, allegedly, over top of what he's making at Ohio State, his second contract has no bearing on that. He's going to get drafted in the top 3 regardless of where he is.
No doubt.
And so all those things are true. So you have no ability to recoup that $5 million anywhere else in your contract.
Do you think, Bob, that having Julian Sand throwing to him this year with Ohio State, in all likelihood, gives him a better season of statistics, a better chance at Biletnikoff, better chance at Heisman than going to play for a different system?
What does that have to do with getting drafted and making money? So we're pivoting off the original point.
It's going to be okay. I don't think he's going to hurt. You say the $5 million thing. Yeah, Bob, certainly could affect it in his first contract.
He's not going to get drafted any lower if he went to Miami. I hate to tell you that. That's the reality.
Okay. So him going there, if he had a subpar
he could have went
season-
to Arizona State, and
Okay.
he'd probably he'd be drafted in the same spot.
Could he have not played?
And been drafted in the same spot?
Maybe.
Most likely.
Sure, yeah, I think so. I think it's fair, yeah.
So if him not playing versus him playing somewhere else, doesn't matter. So this is what I'm telling you. He stayed because he wanted to stay for reasons outside. It's not a smart business decision. He stayed here because he wanted to stay here and play for Ryan, play with the other guys on the team. He likes it here. That's why he stayed here. Not business related at all. Because financially, it's a better decision to leave. I hate to tell you that. That's the reality. Because JJ, and it wouldn't be true for everybody, but true for him, he's getting drafted in the same spot regardless. His second contract is going to be reflective of where he goes and how well he plays there. So the $5 million that he would be getting this year, in addition, allegedly, to what he would be making at Ohio State,
right?
You have no way to recoup that at any point. So you stay here because you wanted to.
But that speaks more of Ohio State, honestly.
Yes, 100%. And that's the point of all this. It's not the second contracts and all that. I think it's awesome that these guys go get these huge deals. The Terry and Garrett and Olave. And who was the other guy in there?
Garrett Wilson, Olave, JSN.
JSN,
Yep.
Jackson, just got the highest paid. And the fact that Ohio State has the highest paid corner and receiver currently in the NFL. That's awesome. With Denzel Ward just signing his new deal. Like those are great numbers. That's not why J.J. Smith stayed at Ohio State.
Okay, that's fine, Bob. I still contend that he would if he went to Miami and had a subpar season, that it could drop him a little bit in the draft.
Okay. So you're sitting here. Let's say the Cleveland Browns have the 3rd overall pick.
Right.
If Jeremiah Smith has 1,800 yards and 110 catches and 12 touchdowns versus if he has 90 yards or 90 catches of 1,200 yards and 6 touchdowns, you're not going to draft him?
There might be another receiver gets drafted.
Get out of here. Get out of town. You can't honestly say that with straight face. Tell me who else you
If he
draft.
had 90 catches, no.
Tell me who else.
If he had less than that, though, let's say
He had 20 catches less than the scenario. He went from 110 to 90. That's a pretty significant drop.
Well, he didn't have 110 last year.
I'm telling you, I'm putting out perspective numbers.
Okay, he had 87 last year, 76 the year before.
Okay, let's say he has 60 for
catches.
900 yards versus his numbers last year, 87 for whatever he had, 1,200. Who else you take him?
Maybe the kid in Texas, Coleman, the transfer from Auburn.
Okay.
Maybe he has a monster year.
Okay.
Then maybe he would jump ahead of Jeremiah in that scenario.
Would you take it? Who would you take that guy over him?
I haven't seen Cam Coleman play it this year. I'd have to see how he plays this year. I have a bias on Jeremiah Smith for sure because I see.
I'm just asking.
Yeah.
From people that I talk, there's nothing he could do this year short of getting his leg cut off that's going to impact his draft status.
Oh, I'd like leg cut off's a bit extreme, Bob.
I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
Or having an injury that would be catastrophic to his
a significant
career.
injury, yes, could certainly affect it also.
And you wonder if there's anything that any other wide receiver can do to overtake him.
There's not.
I think it's Coleman typically, Bob. Everything I've seen, I think it's Coleman's probably the next receiver off the board in most of the mock stuff.
Probably. Like I talked to everybody last year at Pro Day, we would take him as our first receiver this year.
Yeah. I think they would. I think it would have taken.
And that's my point. So there's nothing. If he was a first receiver last year, there's nothing that he's going to be that's going to happen this year, short of something happening that would prevent him from being that same caliber player moving forward.
He has,
regardless of where he plays, I could be throwing him the football.
Bob, I disagree with that. I don't think you throwing him the football would. I think if he has a season where you throw him the football, it would not help his draft status. It might hurt his draft.
It wouldn't
status.
hurt it at all.
Okay.
They're evaluating him, not the guys that are throwing to him.
Okay, that's fine.
And his evaluation is literally already cooked, baked, done. It's out there.
Coming next with some quick hitters, Morning Juice.
At QC Kinetics Columbus, patients find lasting joint pain relief. Regenerative treatments help repair damaged tissue. No surgery, downtime, or steroids.
So after I got done playing football, I still like to work out, go do all of the activities that I love so much. And unfortunately, I started having a little bit of pain in my knee. That's when I went and saw my friends at QC Kinetics. We were able to go in there, get the consultation, get treated, and now my knees, well, they're as good as new.
Call QC Kinetics today for your free consultation. Better starts here.
Since 1969, Germain Toyota of Columbus has been delivering an exceptional experience to Central Ohio drivers. Whether it's versatile SUVs, stylish trucks, or efficient hybrids, Germain Toyota has a great selection of new and pre-owned vehicles at customer-friendly rates, backed by 2 years of maintenance with Toyota Care and same-day service from our trusted team of technicians. Experience the difference with every drive at Germain Toyota of Columbus.
Do you need a bank that truly values local business in this town and the opportunity to work right alongside them as partners? Whether you're a small business or a large operation, Riverside Bank of Dublin has the right tools for the job. Riverside Bank of Dublin has the experience of working right here in Central Ohio. They understand the business climate in our area, and they're going to help you reach your goals. So whether you need an SBA loan to get your business off the ground, a line of credit to keep your business running smoothly, or equipment financing to get your business up to scale, Riverside Bank will tailor a solution that fits your needs. Visit them at riverside.bank or stop in to get to know them in person at 6300 France Road. Riverside Bank of Dublin, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Morning Juice is now live on YouTube. Join Bobby Carpenter and Jeff Thitoff weekday mornings from 6 to 8.
Just search 971 The Fan to catch the live experience or watch on demand.
The Fan.
Delaware County Veteran Services is a county office that faithfully assists veterans of Delaware County. Although not the Department of Veterans Affairs, we help veterans and their dependents navigate through the process of applying for benefits administered by the VA, and we provide transportation to VA medical facilities. So if you're a military veteran or a spouse of a veteran, schedule your appointment today. A wide range of VA and local benefits may be available to you. Delaware County Veteran Services, conveniently located in the historic courthouse in Delaware.
Everybody thinks they're a great driver, and Outlaw Motor Speedway gives you a chance to prove it. Experience professional racing simulators, full motion rigs, and some of the world's most iconic tracks right here in Grandview. Race your friends, join the league, or bring the entire office out for an unforgettable corporate event. And when the checkered flag drops, keep the night going with great drinks and food right here or next door with the Agave Ride. Then climb back in the driver's seat and see who has what it takes. Don't miss out. Book your race today. OutlawSimRacing.com.
In the old days when people lived to be 40, you only had one option for listening to your favorite show. But now, ooh, baby, radio, podcast, the Fan app, and YouTube, just to name a few, live or on demand. You have no excuses. The Fan. Tito has had 2 wives. They've both been named Heather. If you know someone named Heather, please warn her. This is Morning Juice.
Do you need a bank that truly values local business in this town? The opportunity to work alongside them as partners, whether you're a small business or a large operation, Riverside Bank has the right tools for the job. Riverside Bank of Dublin has the experience of working right here in Central Ohio. They understand the business climate in our area, and they're going to help you reach your goals. So if it's an SBA loan to get your business off the ground, a line of credit to keep it running smoothly, or equipment financing to get your business up to scale, Riverside Bank will tailor a solution that fits your needs. Riverside Bank of Dublin. Visit them at riverside.bank or stop in to get to know them in person at 6300 France Road. Riverside Bank of Dublin, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right, let's do some quick hitters.
Morning Juice presents Quick Hitters.
All righty, fellas. First one here. The ultimate thrift store steal. A teenager went into Goodwill looking for some cheap clothes and ended up finding himself a piece of NBA history. He bought an old Lakers warm-up jacket for just a few bucks at good old Goodwill, only to find out it was a jacket worn by Wilt Chamberlain.
Oh, gosh.
During the Lakers' 1972 championship run. That jacket ended up selling at auction for nearly $90,000.
Yeah.
So, Bobby, if you found a $90,000 item at Goodwill, do you feel guilty selling it?
Wilt Chamberlain?
Yeah.
What do you think he did in that jacket?
It's a warm-up jacket. It's a warm. So you're right, Bob. Outside, off the court, we're not sure. There could have been other things. I would not. I would get it checked.
Do you think one of the ladies maybe he left it there and one of the 10K, she dropped it off?
She wore it for a while.
Maybe her granddaughter.
Yep. Passed it down. It meant something to someone at the time.
The fact that someone decided to drop that off at a thrift store is amazing. Regardless, even if it they didn't know it was Wilt's.
I think it has his name on it.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Then that's your that you can't do that.
$3.07.
I mean,
what he paid for it.
That is unreal. And by the way, who was going through that thing and tagging it and putting the price on it? I would have pulled that out for myself. There's a number of points in time where I question people's just what are they doing? Like their directives and motives in life. Who took that down there? Who put the price tag on it? Who hung it up? Not thinking like, you know what? I might take this. I'll give you $5 for it. I'll give a little extra for the big guy. Like that's unbelievable.
And you think about how many people probably looked at it and didn't get it. Like if I was living in this town and I was like, I went to that Goodwill.
Where was it?
Let's see here.
I want to know where that is.
I think the guy's from Portland, or the guy's from Oregon, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Not far.
But I'm not sure if that's where he bought it from or not. There was another thing, too, with the LeBron jersey, Bob, where somebody put it on, I think it was on eBay, like with the whole buy it now thing. Mm-hmm. And they bought it for like $80, and it was some kind of it was a LeBron game-worn All-Star jersey. It said used on it, is all it said on the description.
Used.
And somebody did like the buy it now for $80. Turned out, it was used by LeBron, and they sold it for a chunk of money also too on that one. But yeah, by the way, that's great That's great publicity for thrift shops.
I wonder if it was washed.
That's fine. But I'm saying it's great publicity for the thrift shops, though, because now you got more people going in there looking for stuff like that.
Oh yeah, it's like the gas station that just had the winning lottery ticket.
Yeah,
that's in your town, and you're like, I didn't go. I should have played. Right. It was right there.
Yeah.
My one friend, the one that won $1 million on one of the scratch offs here, right on this side of the town, like he would go by every day, and bought the same thing by 4 of them, and his wife was getting upset with his scratch off purchasing
his
habits.
Spending.
So he told her I'll stop. And 2 days later, the guy he went in to get some gas, and he's like, "We sold the winner." He goes, "I can't believe you didn't come in that morning." He goes, "That would have been you." And he showed him the camera. He goes, it was the first person buying. You're always in here.
Oh wow.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. He was so mad.
I can imagine.
So mad. He spent quite a bit on scratch offs. He's like, this would have been my opportunity to finally justify all of the ones I bought over the years.
You quit too soon.
Yeah,
that's what I said.
Quit too soon.
I remember my stepfather and my mom lived up in Northeast Ohio briefly for like a year or something for a job thing, and they were my stepfather, all right, wherever he was convinced that he had a better chance of winning the lottery up there because of the fact that they have more winners in that area. He said, "Yeah, now this is really giving me a chance now to win the lottery." They never did, Bob. But anyway, that was his line of thinking.
I like it.
Next one here, another big spender. A Shohei Ohtani baseball card reportedly sold for around $10 million, making it one of the most expensive sports cards ever. It was a collector that actually pulled it from a pack. So it wasn't like someone bought it from someone.
Right.
They just pulled it from a pack. So is Ohtani, it's for you, Tito, if a kid 100 years from now learns about the greatest athletes of the 21st century, are they more likely to hear about Shohei Ohtani than anyone else that's currently playing or that's played recently? You're talking LeBron, your Patrick Mahomes, even your Tom Brady's.
I don't know about more than LeBron. I mean, LeBron he's got 20 years of high-level play. And we'll see if he wins the 5th title with a 4th team. It would be tough to surpass LeBron. Could he do it? Possibly. I mean, is he going to be huge internationally? Yes. In America, the problem is he's playing baseball.
And he doesn't speak English.
No, allegedly.
Allegedly.
No, all those guys speak enough. They just don't want to deal with the media. It's the greatest ruse you can have.
This is LeBron's 24th season coming up, and he's been known nationally since high school, known internationally for quite some time as well. Shohei obviously is a very big star from Japan, and he's doing something that no one's ever done before for this long. I know that Babe Ruth certainly had success as a pitcher. I think he might still have the record for most consecutive, or might have the record for lowest ERA in the World Series after a certain amount of innings. He's got the lowest ERA of any pitcher in baseball history. But Ohtani, though, is doing it on a much different level than Babe did. Babe stopped pitching pretty much after the 1919 season, or 18 season, whatever it was, when he went over the Yankees. He didn't really pitch for the Yankees at all. So Shohei's got a chance. He's got, 2 World Series titles under his belt so far. Dodgers favored to win a 3rd.
The thing is, though, like, how many people in America actually care about that?
That's fair. More care about basketball here, yes. When you ask the question there,
Like, if Pat Mahomes won 3 more Super Bowls, I'd say it's him as the answer, period and dot. Like, Tom Brady is probably in that conversation a little more domestically. You start talking internationally, basketball is different, and so is baseball. But domestically in America, like, football is first, second, and third place.
did you? And I can't remember if when you asked the question, Isaiah. Did you say internationally? Did you just say 20? You said 100 years from now.
I said 100 years from now, a kid.
Just doesn't matter where. So
doesn't matter where.
I would think in the U.S. it would be still LeBron, and I think that internationally I'm not sure on it. The card though sold for $11 million, which is what was on the Kobe? There was an autographed 2007-2008 Upper Deck Exquisite Collection Duo Logo Man autograph of Jordan and Kobe. Went for $12.9 million.
Yeah, you got them both on there. That's pretty good.
And a 52 Topps Mickey Mantle card went for $12.6 million. And when things like this happen, then people of a certain age then start kicking themselves, because I remember hearing stories of like my dad and friends of his and things like that who would just keep the cards in a box somewhere, and their mom threw them away and they moved away for the college, went to the Army or whatever. The college, I said. And I remember hearing one guy talk about Bill Lee, the former baseball pitcher, said that he always put them on the back of his bike and the spokes to make it sound like a motorcycle when he was riding. And he said he imagines he had some pretty expensive cards he used that for. So I collected baseball cards as a kid, and without any idea that they could be worth something. The ones I collected weren't obviously a 1952 Mickey Mantle card or anything like that, but it was a fun time. I learned about a little about economics in that, because there was a time when I was trying to find cards worth money, and they have the Beckett baseball publication comes out, Bob, every month.
Oh yeah,
and it would tell you like what the cards are worth.
I haven't heard
if they're mint condition.
I haven't heard Beckett in a long time.
And then though you go and get it though, and you try to take it, somebody say, "Hey, this card's worth this. Look at this." I'm not paying you that for that. You never got the Beckett.
Now they have an app that you can just evaluate. You click a picture of it. It's amazing.
Did you collect cards growing up?
Oh yeah, I still got a bunch of them.
Yeah, I got a bunch somewhere. I already loved looking through them.
I got a bunch of Jordan stuff. I've got some stuff that's old too, like old football. I think I've got like a Ronnie Lott, a couple Ronnie Lotts, Lawrence Taylors, Joe Montanas, those guys. I'll have to go back and look through. I got some stuff from the early 90s from Jordan.
Yeah, I remember, Bob, there was a summer when a buddy of mine and we actually went through, I think it was like 92, and like we bought cards like at Sam's Club when they would come out. And
yeah, get the big rack. My son got a bunch of cards yesterday for his birthday.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
And then we went to a couple of card shows and bought rented tables to sell. But typically that's how we were bad at business. We would end up maybe making $200 in sales for the day, but then buying like $300 worth of cards from other dealers.
Yeah, investing.
Made no sense. Well, reinvest is supposed to be, but it never really panned out for us. So, all right, coming up next, top of the hour, Big Ten Media Days wrapped up yesterday. We got some interesting things from some of the coaches. We'll play that for you next. Morning Juice.
I'm Yolanda Harris. I'm a journalist at 10 TV News. I grew up here, and after 25 years of telling this community's stories, this place still means so much to me. When I'm not in the newsroom, I'm usually out supporting the same people and causes I care deeply about. I don't just report about our community, I belong to it. What happens here affects us all, and that's why we care so deeply about getting it right. And when local journalism is done right, it doesn't sit still. It moves. It moves you to act, to verify, to volunteer, to speak up, or lend a hand. It moves your mind by challenging assumptions and offering new perspectives. It moves you forward by giving you the information to make decisions and thrive where you live. And yes, it moves your heart through the kind of human storytelling that stays with you wherever you are. And at 10 TV, we're here for all of it. These are the stories that move Central Ohio.
Delaware County Veterans Services is ready to help you access VA benefits, emergency financial assistance, dental and medical grants, transportation, and more. Give Delaware County Veterans Services a call, 740-833-2010 to schedule an appointment.
The 10 TV Plus TV app, streaming 24/7.
Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news, live from the scene. All the news you need. 10 TV Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
Do you need a bank that truly values local business in this town and the opportunity to work right alongside them as partners? Whether you're a small business or a large operation, Riverside Bank of Dublin has the right tools for the job. Riverside Bank of Dublin has the experience of working right here in Central Ohio. They understand the business climate in our area, and they're going to help you reach your goals. So whether you need an SBA loan to get your business off the ground, a line of credit to keep your business running smoothly, or equipment financing to get your business up to scale, Riverside Bank will tailor a solution that fits your needs. Visit them at riverside.bank or stop in to get to know them in person at 6300 France Road. Riverside Bank of Dublin, member FDIC, equal house.
In the old days when people lived to be 40, you only had one option for listening to your favorite show. But now, ooh, baby, radio, podcast, the Fan app, and YouTube, just to name a few, live or on demand. You have no excuses. The Fan.
Joint pain? How long do you got? I'm talking about my back, my elbow, and my shoulder. 24 years in the majors.
Roger the Rocket Clemens dominated the game, but even legends feel wear and tear.
I put my body through a lot for baseball. I didn't want more surgeries.
QC Kinetics regenerative treatments use your body's natural healing properties to help restore joints without surgery. And the results?
Pain is gone, I'm back, thanks to QC Kinetics.
Schedule your free consultation today. Better starts here.
Probably go another 3 innings.
Retirement from football hits everyone differently. For DeVere Posey and Dane Sanzenbacher, it means sitting around watching sports clips on the internet and arguing about them. Search for Didn't Catch That on YouTube and subscribe. Bobby's knees hurt from doing battle with some of football's toughest warriors. Tito's knees hurt from begging Bobby to let him host this show.
Oh, pick me! Oh, I know, me!
This is Morning Juice.
A little jealous watching that ad with you and DeVere and Dane.
Looks like fun, doesn't it?
Looks like a lot of fun. I don't know what you guys were saying to each other. At one point, Dane points to the name on the back of the jersey.
Mm-hmm.
That clean white background.
It's right there.
I know. It looked good, though. It really did. You enjoying doing that?
It's a good time. It's a lot of fun.
Bob, the media days of Big Ten wrapped up yesterday, and I still campaign against Kurt Cignetti.
Okay. This is why our show can't be more fun.
Why?
Because you're campaigning against Kurt Cignetti.
No, I'm not going to campaign against right now. I was making the statement, Bob, that I actively do campaign. I'm not going to campaign against him right now. I'm saying I actively do. I'm making a point. It'll get to the whole thing. I actively campaign against Kurt Cignetti. That's true. He did say something yesterday that I found to be interesting. And here is the video of Cignetti at Media Day yesterday. We'll play that now.
The Big Ten is the best league in football.
Didn't like it.
And a lot of really good football teams. It's hard to win on the road. Very physical football teams, very well coached. It definitely prepares you for the playoffs. There's no doubt about it. The numbers speak for themselves. I mean, we don't run a hype machine up here in the Midwest. We believe everything's earned, not given. And when we fall short, we say we fell short. We don't cry a river, whine, and complain. All right? And that's why we're the best.
Coach, I love
He's
that,
throwing
Bob.
high heat, man.
I know. That's so, as I was saying before, Bob, I know I actively campaign against him, but I respect that. I thought that was pretty cool that he said that, took the jab at the SEC.
He's a good coach. I mean, he's not wrong when he says that. And he coached in the SEC. That's what gives him even greater credibility, is the fact that he coached with Nick Saban down there. So he knows about it. And say we don't cry, like, it's awesome.
And then Bielema also took a shot.
Also coached in the SEC.
Yes, and he said something like the SEC is living like it's trying to live like it's still 2005. I think was the year he threw out there. Was it 05 or 03? One or the other. But he talked about, though, that's what they are doing down there. Here is, I don't know, Bob. Can I say he's been disappointing as head coach of Nebraska? Is it fair to say that about Matt Rule?
Underwhelming, I would say, is probably more than disappointing.
All right, let's hear what Matt Rule had to say.
We have to be better in November. You know, we've gotten off to good starts, but, you know, champions are made in those winning moments in the cold, on the road, late in the season. Those are championship moments. And for us, we have to excel in those. So it's me, it's our staff. I love our coaches, and it's our players. And, you have to have players that want to be in those moments, that want, they want the hat on their head when it matters, and I think we have those guys.
Do you know what Matt Rule's record is against ranked teams during his tenure at Nebraska?
It's bad. It's like 1-16 or something.
He's 0-9 against ranked teams. And in his career as a college football head coach, 2-25 against ranked opponents.
It's amazing because he sounds like Sean Austin when he's talking there. I feel like it's Rudy or Bill or
Sean Astin.
Yeah, Sean Astin, not Austin. Sean Astin. He sounds so much like him.
And so you hear that's two different ends of the spectrum there, with Indiana being what they do and Nebraska not doing what they do. And I wonder.
Indiana turned up the heat on everybody because it proved that with a good coach, you can win anywhere.
It did. Any coach now also gets hired, though, from FCS to go to the big one. It's like, oh, yeah, it's you make that jump. I'm not saying that everyone expects Indiana's success when they do that, but it's like, you know what? It can be done. We've seen it work where someone comes in to a program that never won, or rarely won, and could turn it around.
They were the losingest program in all time, so I would say never won is pretty accurate.
Well, I mean,
they had a couple.
They
had a couple blips.
Yes,
but I mean, all in all, they were bad.
Oh yeah, no doubt. They're the losingest program in college football history at the time. I don't know if they still are anymore or not. If that's still the case, I haven't seen any numbers that would show what the current losingest ones are of all time. But yeah, that's all I say about it. They have won. They have had the blips is a good way to put it, but they did have seasons where they had a decent product on the field, but nothing obviously like this. But there's a lot of talk about, well, is Fick on the hot seat? We know Franklin was on the hot seat. Now he's off of it because he's been jettisoned, if you will. But how hot should the seat be for Rule at Nebraska?
Well, who are you going to get that's going to do better? Like, you definitively know. Like, people are like, yeah, find the next Kurt Cignetti. Right. That's what people are talking about. Fire Ryan Day. They're like, find the next up-and-coming coordinator. I'm like, well, Ryan Day was that up-and-coming coordinator. You know who else was that? Lincoln Riley. How's that going for him now? There's a bunch of guys that it's looked good at the beginning. Matt Rule, he's got ties there. I think people respect him there. Nebraska's a really hard place to win based upon their geography, and they win 7 games. I'd looked this up what they did and where they've been here recently, but he's got them to be more competitive.
Okay.
Like, they've been in games. They just haven't been able to close it out. They played Ohio State. They played them tough. They just haven't been able to close it out. Yeah, they've been 7-6 the last 2 years. It'd be nice. So they were 7-5 after the season. If you go to 8-4 this year, I think that's another step. Like, literally, we're talking about taking like one step at a time for Nebraska. Going back to the mid-90s, that is a pipe dream. Never going to happen again. I wouldn't say never. Incredibly difficult for them to be able to recreate that.
Do you think, though, if they did move off of Rule and try to kind of not go the Cignetti method, but like injected in a non-Power 5 coach and brought players with him, could that juice the program more than trying to stick it out with Rule? Because teams are going to do that. Like Auburn just did that with Golish. Coming from USF, you bring the quarterback, you try to inject energy into it, but is that better than keeping the culture you have right now?
If you're going to get the guy who has the quarterback, but you're going to hire a coach based upon a guy who just has a quarterback, do you think could be available? I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. You have to find and by the way, Cignetti didn't bring a quarterback. He got Rourke from OU.
Yep.
And then last year brought in Mendoza from Cal. Like, Cignetti's ability to evaluate talent and then coach it up is really, really high, really, really high. Like, he is on the scale there. He is at or near the top. And so you have to find somebody that can do that. And if they can bring guys, that's great. Like, James Franklin got a lot of guys from Penn State in their recruiting class and some transfers to go to Virginia Tech. We'll see how that pans out.
You made an interesting comment, Bob, when you said that you made the reference to, and I'll make sure I'm not misrepresenting what you said, but one of the reasons maybe to keep Rule is who you're going to get that's better. And I've heard that maybe shouldn't be a reason to keep a coach.
It's a reason not to fire him because it can be worse. They've been worse. They fired Bo Pelini because he wasn't, quote, good enough. Like, Nebraska, I think they've finally accepted the fact that if they can just be a fringe team that can get that fourth Big Ten playoff spot like once every 4 years, that's great.
And they might want to hold on to Rule to see if they expand to 24. Because if they expand to 24, then it's like, okay, what he's been doing could get you there.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's a way you want to. I don't know if that's the best way to run your program. Is say, well, we can't, even though this guy's been subpar.
But the thing is,
underwhelming.
Yeah.
We're going to keep him because we don't think there's someone better we can hire. I don't think that's a reason to keep a coach because, like, based just on that, if that's the reason.
Well, what happened after they fired Bo Pelini?
Yeah, was that when was Mike Riley the next coach?
How'd
after
that go for him?
Didn't go well, no doubt about it, Bob. But they were. If you're striving for greatness, though.
Are you striving for greatness? Is greatness attainable? And so here's the thing. You're stepping over dollars to pick up pennies.
Okay. I think that when Nebraska fired Bo Pelini, yes, I think they were striving for greatness. I think that they were still trying to be what they were when Osborne was there.
Yes.
Did not work. But that doesn't mean they should stop trying that.
It does mean that because you need to know what you are. That's the difference. Like, be aware of your situation. It's not, to Brett Bielema's point, it's not 2005. All right? And so when they moved on from Bo Pelini, I forget whatever year that was.
Was that Riley? Was Riley the next one?
Yeah, Riley came in.
And then was sold.
I think they went 4-8, 4-8, 5-7, 3-5, 3-8, 3-9, 4-8, 5-7, 7-6, 7-6. So, like, since they won 9 games back in 2016, they hadn't won more than 5 until the last 2 years, and they've won 7. I would argue that is a marketable improvement. We had a Nebraska fan calling my XM show. We don't even want to be great anymore. Can we just be good? He's like, I just don't want to be embarrassing.
So
you got to realize, like, it's like Iowa. I have to listen to people say they should fire Kirk Ferentz. They should do that. Why? Kirk Ferentz, they were 8-4 last year. They had a chance to beat 3 really good teams. Now, they didn't do it, but they had Oregon on the ropes. They were up against Indiana. They were one of the few teams that had a chance to beat Indiana. Outside of Ohio State, they played Indiana as tough as anyone. They had USC on the ropes. They played really well because they know what they are. They're never going to be a team that goes out and gets elite-level talent and is competing for national championships.
Should Ohio State basketball have the same mentality?
No, because Ohio State basketball has a recruiting base. They've got resources. Like, that's not an apt comparison.
Well, they haven't since Thad left, and before that they had no national championships.
They were a number 2 seed with Holman.
They were that year when they lost to Oral Roberts. You're right. They were number 2 seed.
So,
that
like,
year.
that's
that
not
was
pretend
high
like
point.
Yeah.
But I'm saying though,
that's a top 10 team.
But Ohio State's never going to be Duke or North Carolina on a consistent basis. I wouldn't think
they don't have
Kansas
to be,
but
they have the ability to win a national championship. They've played for them before. They've been right there. If it wasn't for the fact that Florida rolled everybody back, they would have won one. They've made Final Fours. That's different with Nebraska. Like, their ability to recruit to that level to get there is such a thin window. It is threading a needle from a foot away. And so if you can just, for them, it's just getting to the playoff.
God,
Ohio State has 2 great players right now that are coming in.
They do. Yep.
Like, Nebraska's ability to do that, like, it's different. If Ohio State, if they continue to put more resources behind it, dude, you're in Columbus, Ohio. You have a lot of things that other places don't have geographically that are fixed at certain locations.
Oh no, I'm glad that Ohio State does. I'm glad they're not that they are still, the striving for greatness thing.
Basketball is a lot different because 1 or 2 players can set you off. Football's not doing that.
With Nebraska,
iceberg lettuce.
What is going on right now?
Cause you to take massive, explosive diarrhea dumps.
10 TV just keeps on jumping over and trying to get on our show.
I love it. Dip them in.
I feel.
Have a live look.
I just, Bob. Yes, I do think that Nebraska's bar is lower, but I don't think Nebraska should accept that. I don't think their athletic department.
So that's how you become bad.
Or it's how you become great, Bob.
Nope. Because you don't have the ability to be great, Thitoff. So if you try to be something that you're not,
okay.
I mean, I can paint a horse all day, but it doesn't make it a zebra. I mean, that's the reality of it. They should strive for greatness, even when it isn't attainable. So you know what the problem is? You're going to jump trying to be good, trying to be great. You're going to trip on good and fall back to bad. Iowa is a perfect example of that.
Okay. What about Wisconsin?
And look at what happened.
So
they tried to change what they were when Fick came in there.
Okay.
And I was like, I don't know if I like this. You're trying to fundamentally change the DNA of a program that's been really good. They're never going to be Ohio State. Can they beat Ohio State? Yeah. But they're never going to be that. They're never going to be a viable national championship contender because they can't get the high-end players, the volume of them that you need to be successful. Nebraska, I don't think will be able to do that.
If Wisconsin falls flat this year, they've got a good schedule. They should be 7 wins, bowl eligible, and all that kind of. They should be. Let's say they don't get there, though. Do you think they can do better than Fick?
I think a change sometimes for change's sake is necessary. When you lose momentum in a program in college, it's really hard to get it back.
Can't you say the same thing for Nebraska, though, then?
Nebraska won 7. They won 7 games last year.
I know what I'm saying, Bob.
Getting a momentum. I just told you it's been since 16 that they had won 9 games.
I understand
they hadn't won more than 5 until Matt Rule got there the last 2 years.
But you were saying though that you think that firing Matt Rule, you shouldn't consider it because who gets better. You're not getting unless you Wisconsin. Wisconsin gets somebody better than Fick.
The thing is with Fick, it's a different scenario because they've still been struggling with him. Matt Rule, they have gotten better and they have improved.
Because as far as a football coach goes, a guy X's and O's, smart football coaches at success, I don't know if Wisconsin can do better than Fick.
I don't know if they can.
But I think that if Fick wins 5 games this year, they're going to fire him.
If Matt Rule wins 5 games, there's a good chance he'll get fired.
But when you said, though, you think that a change could be good.
But you said, should they fire him? Based upon what I've seen now, no.
Okay.
Based upon what they've done, no. Where they were at to where he's got them, no.
But this is not, 7 wins for Nebraska should not be celebrated.
Hey, I didn't say celebrated. I said it needs to be recognized as an improvement from where they were. Thitoff, in 2022, they won 4 games.
Mm-hmm.
In 2021, they won 3.
What year did Rule get there? 2020? What year? How long is Rule?
That's a great question.
Because I want to see.
23, maybe 22. 22, it may have been his first year.
Let me see. Matt Rule. I'm going to look it up. So I'm curious about that, too. I'm trying to think when it was that he came on board there. Let's see. He's been there since 2023, it says.
Yeah. So the year before, so he won 5, 7, and 7. The years before that, they won 4, 3, and 3.
Was one of those years COVID years? No.
Yeah, one of the years was 2020. But they were 3 and 5.
3 and 5. Yes. Okay, but 4 after that. I got you. No, that makes sense.
By the way, the year before that, they were 5 and 7, 4 and 8, 4 and 8. So that's like not the anomaly. I mean, they had been winning less than. I said they haven't won more than 5 games until Matt Rule got there.
Yeah.
Since 2016. It's been 8 years since they had won. Since they had been 500 or better.
Because, and for Nebraska, you got to ask yourself, are you guys losing because of the X's and O's on the field, or simply because there's a talent disparity? Can you find someone that can recruit better would be the question versus can you find someone that'll have better play on the field or better X's and O's? Because that's the difference right now for them when you're at 5 or 7 wins. It's not about the talent. I mean, not about the plays or what you're doing. It's about the players you have on the field.
And that's the point. Like, you look at Iowa. They recruit to what they know they are, and they understand their ceiling is 10 wins. And if we hit it right, we do everything correct, and we split in those 4 games that we lost close last year, we get to 10 wins, we get in the playoff. We're never going to maybe we win a game or 2, but we're never going to win the national championship. And you can argue they should aspire to that. Well, go ahead. Fire him, bring in a guy that says, hey, we're going to go do this, and we're going to spread it out, and we're going to bring in all these players. You're not.
We settled on the word underwhelming for Rule so far there.
Because I think people thought it would be more, but it's not disappointing. The car has gone down the road. It just hasn't gone down the road fast enough.
And then, so what do you think Nebraska's absolute ceiling is?
10-2.
10 wins is their ceiling.
Maybe 11. They might have I think with their investment and their history, they may have a slightly higher ceiling than Iowa.
And I guess
but I don't know that I could never see them with everything going right, making it past a Final Four. Like that would be like they get in there at 11-1. They brought in some guy who's incredibly hits and plays quarterback. Maybe they find an elite receiver. Like when Wisconsin was rolling, they had Chris Chambers and Lee Evans, 2 Ohio guys who made their offense run. It's like Georgia Tech when they were running the triple. They had Demarius Thomas and Calvin Johnson back-to-back. So you know what? You can run the triple option because you have to double cover those guys every time. And if you don't, it's going to be a 30-yard dunk or more with those guys. So if they could somehow find a guy like that who said, hey, we're good, and they can scrape up enough money to pay him while still paying everybody else, then yeah. And this guy's loyal to him, and he said, I'm good. I know I'll be drafted high and whatever. Then that might be it. Nebraska might have that. But, like, with all of these factors going right for them, and, like, I could winning, like, a close game in the quarters, that would be, like, their ceiling.
And I guess what I'm looking at, Bob, when we just, the ceiling being, say, 10 wins, 11 wins, everything goes right. But if that's your ceiling, and if you have a coach who does not hit that ceiling.
I'm talking about, like, that's aspirational ceiling vaulted in your house.
Okay, but
I mean 20 feet. Everything else is 8.
Okay, so but that's why I'm getting at though, Bob. Is if we think that Nebraska's ceiling, ultimate ceiling, 10 wins. That's the I don't think Nebraska's going to ever do better than 10 wins.
Yeah.
No matter what. Then if your coach doesn't get you to 10 wins ever, I would think that you want to go out and find, if you can, a Tressel, a Signetti. Maybe not go for the big name like they brought Mike Riley in, and they
Mike Riley wasn't a big name. He was a bad hire. He was at Oregon State.
He was a Power 4 coach. Also, did he coach the NFL? Was that before or after that? Didn't he do NFL time also? Was he an NFL coach for a brief minute?
He was maybe in the NFL. He wasn't a head coach.
I thought Mike Riley may have coached. Or maybe I'm getting confused with a different guy. But did Mike Riley coach the NFL? You looking up there, Isaiah? Anyway, my point though, Bob, is that if you agree that that's your ceiling, though, if we say it's a ceiling, though, and if your coach doesn't ever reach that ceiling, I would think that'd be a reason to consider a change.
Reason to consider a change, but if you're living at 8-4 and 9, if you're living at 8 and 9 wins and your ceiling's 10, I mean, dude, bumping your head on the ceiling's great, but like living up there with the trees is pretty good too. Like you're in the ballpark. That's what they fired Bo Pelini for.
Yeah, you're right. And I think they probably regret that, no doubt. They
probably.
Yeah.
They regret that every day.
And it makes you question too when you think about Nebraska. Obviously, used to be
they
a
regret
power.
Firing Frank Solich.
Yeah.
They used to be a power, but then you could see that if they did fall off, it'd be hard for them to get back. And you wonder if there's other programs right now that if they fell off for 2 years, if they'd never be able to reach back to where they were. And one that I think, I don't know if it could go to the Nebraska route, but you think about where Alabama is right now. If they fell off, could they be Nebraska in 10 years from now? Because the recruiting would be so hard to get back on track.
Alabama went through the same thing Nebraska did.
Florida is in the middle of that right now.
Yep.
Right, but I mean Alabama though when they hired Mike Shula, they went through and they hired, who was the one they hired? Was it Dennis Price? Is that who it is, Bob, that I'm thinking of? The one who got fired before he ever started?
Not Dennis. It's
Francione, right?
Mike Price.
Mike Price, okay. Anyway, but Oklahoma went through it. Alabama went through it. And they came out on the other side. Oklahoma, when they hired Gary Gibbs back in the 80s, that was or early 90s. That was an awful hire for them. Alabama had a series of awful hires, a couple of them also. Michigan, Notre Dame. All those schools, though, found a way to get back to where they were very prominent. I don't know if Nebraska's going to do that
because they were able to do it in a different era. This is a way different era. If you don't have money, geography, and things, recruiting elements on your side, I mean, because guys, it's not just getting them there; they can just leave.
Does Oklahoma have a lot more money and resources than Nebraska?
Yeah,
they do. Okay, all right.
Well, I wouldn't say I wouldn't say a lot more. I think that people are more apt to give when you're winning, and Oklahoma is a bigger state than Nebraska.
I was going to say the recruiting pool has to be better for Oklahoma
because they're also able to recruit in Texas.
Yep.
Nebraska can't recruit really in Texas anymore because they don't play down there. I mean, they can, but it's not as effective as they were when they were in the Big 12.
All right, folks, coming up next, we'll tell you who's got his juice, morning juice.
Do you need a bank that truly values local business in this town and the opportunity to work right alongside them as partners? Whether you're a small business or a large operation, Riverside Bank of Dublin has the right tools for the job. Riverside Bank of Dublin has the experience of working right here in Central Ohio. They understand the business climate in our area. They're going to help you reach your goals. So whether you need an SBA loan to get your business off the ground, a line of credit to keep your business running smoothly, or equipment financing to get your business up to scale, Riverside Bank will tailor a solution that fits your needs. Visit them at riverside.bank or stop in to get to know them in person at 6300 France Road. Riverside Bank of Dublin, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
I pitched in the major leagues for 24 years, and let me tell you, I can feel it in my joints. Shoulders, elbows, and knees. Trust me, pain doesn't retire when you do. I tried everything to get rid of the pain. Nothing worked until QC Kinetics.
Baseball legend Roger Clemens and other patients are getting lasting relief with QC Kinetics regenerative treatments. No surgery.
I trust QC Kinetics. You should too. Let's commit to getting rid of all the pain.
Schedule your free consultation today. QC Kinetics. Better starts here.
Everybody thinks they're a great driver.
And Outlaw Motor Speedway gives you a chance to prove it.
Experience professional racing simulators, full motion rigs, and some of the world's most iconic tracks right here in Grandview.
Race your friends, join a league, or bring the entire office out for an unforgettable corporate event.
And when the checkered flag drops, keep the night going with great drinks and food right here or next door with the Agave and Rye.
Then climb back in the driver's seat and see who has what it takes.
Don't miss out. Book your race today. OutlawSimRacing.com.
Since 1969, Germain Toyota of Columbus has been delivering an exceptional experience to Central Ohio drivers. Whether it's versatile SUVs, stylish trucks, or efficient hybrids, Germain Toyota has a great selection of new and pre-owned vehicles at customer-friendly rates, backed by 2 years of maintenance with Toyota Care and same-day service from our trusted team of technicians. Experience the difference with every drive at Germain Toyota of Columbus.
Delaware County Veteran Services is a county office that faithfully assists veterans of Delaware County. Although not the Department of Veterans Affairs, we help veterans and their dependents navigate through the process of applying for benefits administered by the VA, and we provide transportation to VA medical facilities. So if you're a military veteran or a spouse of a veteran, schedule your appointment today. A wide range of VA and local benefits may be available to you. Delaware County Veteran Services, conveniently located in the historic courthouse in Delaware.
The 10 TV Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news, live from the scene. All the news you need. 10 TV Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
What's the best way to make sure you don't miss any of your favorite fan shows? Oh no. Download the Fan app, silly.
Ah, damn it, I knew that.
App Store, Google Play, or just scream right at your phone. Psst, you can also listen to Buckeye games. Do it now. Bobby is the all-American male. Tito pulled a hammy getting his mail. This is Morning Juice.
We're on What's Got You Juiced here, Bob. Something I read yesterday made me think of our conversation yesterday. And I don't like the fact that it was said by Kyle Whittingham when he said, I kind of look at it like Christmas. You've got a present, you unwrap it, you kind of see what you got because you don't know what to expect when you're just working with each other all these months. And it made me think about your comment yesterday. We talked about the conferences and how I said the conferences didn't, we came to the conclusion that I like the shiny thing and then I get sick of it. But he said, William said, I think we got a good football team. I can't predict how good we can or where we'll end up, but I can say if we're playing meaningful games in November, for us, that's probably a successful season and something to build on. Are you confident Michigan will play meaningful games? And by meaningful, I don't mean they're a formidable opponent. I mean meaningful like
games of consequence. Are you relevant in November?
I mean, Ohio State Michigan is always going to be meaningful, and it's going to be a lot online.
Yeah,
there,
but
that's in November also.
Are you playing games of consequence in November? It doesn't mean you have to make the playoff.
Right.
But going into November, you have a path to make the playoff. You can't go into your last 4 games already out. Like, you can't be rolling in 4-4.
You got to be in the hunt.
Yeah. Like, so if you go in there 6-2, like, we got to win out, but there's a chance. We beat Ohio State, went out and beat Ohio State, we'll get in. But you have to be, and that's what the argument for the 2014 playoff is, but I'm like, I don't need to see more of that.
Their biggest games leading into November are all at home. Oklahoma's at home. Iowa's at the Big House, Penn State. Indiana. Those are all at the Big House. Their games in November are Michigan State at Oregon, host UCLA at Ohio State. Having those earlier games, though, at home pre-November are certainly going to help them out in that pursuit of playing meaningful games in the month of November. Let's tell people what's got us juiced.
What's got you juiced?
Sponsored by Newman Roofing. For all your roofing, gutter, or siding needs, call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
All right, Bob, it's Friday. What's got you juiced?
You know, I'm constantly reminded at Ohio State when I go over there, and sometimes I forget. But, I try to always remember just how lucky we are in Columbus and as Ohio State fans that we've got great young men that are recruited by a great coach in Ryan Day. He's a great man himself. And, we start talking like the Jeremiah Smith stuff. It's a better business decision to go to Miami for $5 million more. You stay at Ohio State because you want to stay there. And we have guys that are really good guys who enjoy playing here, who are selfless guys, who enjoy the team. They enjoy the brotherhood. They want to be part of the community. They want to be part of Ohio State and everything that goes into that. And so all of that stuff, like that matters. And so yesterday, we got to take my son, Caleb, and a couple of buddies over there to Ohio State. And, you have guys popping upstairs, popping over there to, sign autographs, take pictures. They're not getting compensated in any way to do that, but they're good guys. And, Julian saying, Carson Hinsman, TJ Alford, trying to make sure I get everybody. Ryan Rosinski, Brock Boyd. Oh man, there's probably someone I'm forgetting here with this. It's terrible.
Who was your roommate in college?
Doug Daddish.
Okay.
Doug was there.
Right, yep.
Yeah, he wasn't playing. His son was there. But there was like 5 or 6 guys that stopped up, got pictures with him. It was great. And they're such good dudes, and they're great to my family. They're great to my kids, and they're just real people. And so I try to take inventory every year. Tomorrow will be my birthday, and just like what happened over the last year, some of the things I got to do, the things I get to be a part of, and everything in this world. And whether it was getting a chance to go to the White House Christmas party this year. It was about a year ago now, getting to fly in, an F6 or an F-18. Getting the chance to watch my son celebrate his birthday and Buckeyes come around and getting to run around the Woody Hayes. Like, it was awesome. It's absolutely awesome, and I'm just incredibly blessed to be able to do that and to be a part of it. And so there's a couple of great things. I've got a beautiful wife, 4 beautiful kids, and looking into my 43rd year of life. The Lord's blessed me beyond measure, and I couldn't really ask for anything more. And some of the relationships and the people that I've got to know, and a lot of that starts with Ohio State and the quality of guys that they have. So that is what's got me juiced today. I'm excited for this weekend, and should be a fun one as well. So what's Troy's got to say?
I don't understand why people always have to get dressed up for white-collar jobs. Why can't we just wear jeans and cowboy boots and a tri-blend T-shirt? We get stuff done that way.
A tri-blend T-shirt.
Tries to be tri-blend. Can't just be cotton.
What's got you juiced, Isaiah?
Big weekend for me and the fam. Taking Eden back to vet school today.
Oh.
So after I leave here, we're heading 5 hours down south for a little round trip for the weekend.
Jeez, where's she's at? You said Vanderbilt or Tennessee?
She's in Tennessee. She's at, it's called Lincoln Memorial. It's a smaller school in Tennessee, but it's about 5 hours away on the border of Kentucky and Tennessee. So she's heading down there. We have to drive separate on the way down because I have to drive back up, so that's going to stink. But it should be a fun little trip. The thing that I'm upset about is the PLL's in town this weekend.
Yeah.
The Premier Lacrosse League. And obviously, huge lacrosse guy. I would go to the games, but I'm going to be gone.
You just have her move herself.
I did throw that out there, and she hated that idea. And it's funny
just
because
a thought.
Yeah, funny.
We're gonna head over for some of that.
Are you guys going over? Oh, it's gonna be a blast. And with the
cool thing is they have the Sunday. They have the Navy SEALs and Army Rangers playing. Which, and then Joe Lamplow, the head coach at Navy's, coaches the SEALs, and he's like, it's not great lacrosse, but they play really hard. I'm like, that's awesome.
But yeah, so it's gonna be a good weekend here in Columbus, and the facility they have over at Ohio State. Like, their facility's freaking awesome. It's brand new a couple years ago, and so they had it here. The PLL was here, I think, 2 or 3 years ago. We got to go to all that stuff, and then it was a year ago today I picked between working at the Fan or working for the PLL. And I chose to work here instead. But a couple of my buddies that I knew from the PLL, they were, here I am. I was texting back and forth with them. They were like, are you going to be in town in Columbus this weekend? And I was like, I would be, but I won't be this weekend. And then last night, had a fun little night with Eden, or last night in town. We went over to this kind of like dog park bar in Grandview. And so Jim, my dog, got to run around as we had some drinks over there. So it was a fun little last night. He did, though, embarrass me multiple times. For some reason, he got back into the humping.
There you go.
I had the dog that was humping at the dog park. So that made for an eventful night for me.
Fun.
What's got you juiced, Tito?
Play that sound I had you cut. Because, Bob, this is another thing I thought about you yesterday.
I thought about what you said to me the other day about my painting. I stayed up half the night thinking about it. Something occurred to me. I fell into a deep, peaceful sleep and haven't thought about you since. You know what occurred to me?
No.
You're just a kid. You don't have the faintest idea what you're talking about.
Why, thank you.
So, the reason I thought about that, Bob, the shade that got thrown at me by you and Bodie yesterday for not knowing the Ohio State starting quarterbacks in order.
Yeah.
I do know that Steve Fuller was the quarterback for Clemson when Woody punched out Charlie Bauman. Steve Fuller went on to play for the Bulls, the Bears. Sorry. I do know that Art Schleischer threw for 436 yards against Florida State, setting an Ohio State record in a loss. When Florida State played here, not in a home and home, an away and away for Florida State. They played here
you do
2
realize
years.
that's the only top 10 passing number of a quarterback that didn't start for Ryan Day in Ohio State history.
I knew he had most of all other 9. But I'm saying I know that stuff.
Right.
And so I might not have known that. And you guys can pick apart my painting all you want. But I do know stuff. I got smarts real good.
But is it relevant?
We never said if it was relevant.
Yeah, I'm not saying you didn't know anything. That was never the argument.
We know you've got fun facts.
Thank you.
But the facts that matter.
Thank you. Anyway, Bob.
Have you ever heard the saying, the fact of the matter is?
I've heard
you got the facts. You got to get the matter down. Halfway there.
Living on a prayer. Anyway, Bob, yes, that came across on my feed yesterday, that clip, and I thought, you know what?
It's not your fault, Jeff.
I think I'm Robin Williams. I think you and Bodie are Matt Damon. That's the way I look at it. It's not your fault. I saw the pictures. I chose the wrench. Anyway, so that's got me juiced. Coming up next, folks, we will close things out the best way we know how. We'll get A.J. Hawk on here. Morning Juice.
Delaware County Veteran Services is a county office that faithfully assists veterans of Delaware County. Although not the Department of Veterans Affairs, we help veterans and their dependents navigate through the process of applying for benefits administered by the VA, and we provide transportation to VA medical facilities. So if you're a military veteran or a spouse of a veteran, schedule your appointment today. A wide range of VA and local benefits may be available to you. Delaware County Veteran Services, conveniently located in the historic courthouse in Delaware.
At QC Kinetics Columbus, patients find lasting joint pain relief. Regenerative treatments help repair damaged tissue. No surgery, downtime, or steroids.
Knee pain's something I lived with since the big game, and I'm all over surgeries. That's how I found QC Kinetics. I was able to get in, see the doctors, do the treatment, and get my knee feeling basically brand new. I can work out, run, most importantly, chase my son around the house and the yard, and do my job without any pain.
Call QC Kinetics today for your free consultation. Better starts here.
Delaware County Veterans Services is ready to help you access VA benefits, emergency financial assistance, dental and medical grants, transportation, and more. Give Delaware County Veterans Services a call, 740-833-2010 to schedule an appointment.
Since 1969, Germain Toyota of Columbus has been delivering an exceptional experience to Central Ohio drivers. Whether it's versatile SUVs, stylish trucks, or efficient hybrids, Germain Toyota has a great selection of new and pre-owned vehicles at customer-friendly rates, backed by 2 years of maintenance with Toyota Care and same-day service from our trusted team of technicians. Experience the difference with every drive at Germain Toyota of Columbus.
Morning Juice is now live on YouTube. Join Bobby Carpenter and Jeff Thitoff weekday mornings from 6 to 8.
Just search 971 The Fan to catch the live experience or watch on demand.
The Fan.
Do you need a bank that truly values local business in this town and the opportunity to work right alongside them as partners? Whether you're a small business or a large operation, Riverside Bank of Dublin has the right tools for the job. Riverside Bank of Dublin has the experience of working right here in Central Ohio. They understand the business climate in our area, and they're going to help you reach your goals. So whether you need an SBA loan to get your business off the ground, a line of credit to keep your business running smoothly, or equipment financing to get your business up to scale, Riverside Bank will tailor a solution that fits your needs. Visit them at riverside.bank or stop in to get to know them in person at 6300 France Road. Riverside Bank of Dublin, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The 10 TV Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news, live from the scene. All the news you need. 10 TV Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
What's the best way to make sure you don't miss any of your favorite fan shows? Oh no. Download the Fan app, silly.
Ah, damn it, I knew that.
App Store, Google Play, or just scream right at your phone. Psst, you can also listen to Buckeye games. Do it now. A man with many career achievements. Leading tackler in Centerville football history. Leading tackler in Green Bay Packers history. Still afraid of Larry Knopfsinger. And the crowning achievement, the third member of the Island Boys, A.J. Hawk.
All right, A.J. Hawk will join us here. You can check Steve's on there. A.J., you there, brother? Hold on a second, Bob. Here's the picture that popped up of A.J.
Oh, yeah, him and Ted.
Yes.
So it's funny, Ted played with my dad in Houston, and it was crazy. I mean, I think he got like Alzheimer's or Parkinson's or something, and he died really quickly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was up in Green Bay, and then he started having some health problems, and it went downhill like very quickly after he stepped back from basically running the Packers. So, yeah, it was always interesting to see him playing up there. And playing for Ted. My dad would talk to him about it, and he was always talk to how reserved he was. And my dad would be like, "Oh, he was a wild man when he played. Like he was a special teamer, and he was a partier, and a lot of things that like you don't see out of someone when they're in their 50s and 60s." But he's like, "Oh, when he was younger, man, he had his hair on fire all the time."
And now we are joined by A.J. Hawk. A.J., there's a Twitter feed, a Twitter account called 20 Years Ago Sports I stumbled upon. And one of the first things I saw was when it was mentioning that it said Packers first-round pick A.J. Hawk reported to camp today after finalizing his rookie contract with the team yesterday. 5th overall pick, signed a 6-year contract worth $37.5 million with $14.76 million guaranteed. I don't recall. Did you hold out at all, or did you sign right away?
No, I did not hold out at all, but they did kind of drag their feet. I believe camp opened up like in the morning, and I ended up signing like that later that afternoon or that night. So like I was a couple hours delayed, but no holdout or anything for me.
What was since we're right down the thick of this, and I was talking to one of the guys over at Ohio State, like your first day working out or doing anything, like your first day at training camp, like you get the pads on that morning, waking up, like what was that whole process like for you psychologically?
Oh, I mean, it's wild. I mean, the first day of pads, I think at any level is like a lot of anxiety, and it's a lot of like anxious energy from everybody, coaches, players, especially the guys that are going to be out there putting the pads on. But yeah, I remember sleeping in the dorm over at St. Norbert's College in Green Bay and coming over, and that was back before the new CBA, and Bob, obviously you were at the same time. Yeah. So we came in day one, full pads.
Full pads, no acclimation. How crazy is that, AJ? You have acclimation your whole career, and then the NFL, it's like, all right, pads and helmets. Let's go. Obviously, acclimation is made up, or maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, it wasn't even a question, like, throughout our camp, too, especially my first couple, that whether we were wearing pads or not for every practice. Like, McCarthy's like, why would you even ask me? Of course we were wearing pads every practice. But I remember our 2 days, we practiced like 8:30 till around 11 in the morning, and then we practiced again at 6:30 at night. Oh, both of them is full pads, huge break in the middle of the day where you didn't have time to like go lay down and take a nap. It was just like walk through meetings, lifting, a quick lunch, all that stuff during the day. But yeah, I remember walking out there and not knowing what to expect and saying like, wow, why are all these fans here? Like, why do they let all these people watch practice? This is weird. And I got to understand that that's how it works in training camp as I went. But yeah, especially in Green Bay, you go and you ride the bike down and all this stuff, and everyone's cheering and clapping. I'm like, man, I don't know. I'm about to go run my head into these dudes for the next 3 hours. I don't know what's going to happen. But it was awesome. But like anything, it's that first, you got to get those first couple hits out of the way, like the first 9-on-7 team run period when you're going ones-on-ones in training camp with a crowd there. And I remember taking on William Henderson, old school, like 12-year NFL fullback, like Pro Bowl guy. And I remember running my head into him a few times early on to try to get some confidence. And it was definitely, I remember when that first padded practice was over, thinking like, all right, well, we only got like 40 of these left before we start the season, but I'm glad to get the first one out of the way and kind of get my feet underneath me.
How weird, you mentioned the fans being there, and that's one thing I looked up, and like Green Bay, you guys have a ton. We had a ton in Dallas. And like it was like a game. Like you would get beat, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like there's people cheering for the offense. I mean, it was wild. And like your first practice, you know, you get out there, they're running 7 routes on you, option routes and stuff, and 7-on-7, you're like, oh my gosh, like the anxiety was so high, like every play. It felt like it was an actual game.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure. I don't know how you felt, but I know, especially when you don't know what's going on, like you get tired so much faster. And just so a normal, like you said, a 7-on-7 drill where you're not even hitting, you're just so like keyed into everything. Okay, here, what am I doing here? And then the crowd, obviously, they only cheer when the offense does well. Like, if there's a PBU or a pick, like, a lot of times they're, like, groaning and say, oh, like, that shouldn't happen. You know, quarterbacks shouldn't throw interceptions. Like, well, defense is allowed to make plays, too. So, you know, they're going to be, if a dude catches a ball on you, the crowd's going to, like, stand up and cheer and be so happy. I mean, Brett Favre was there at the time playing quarterback, so they were loving any completion he had. But, yeah, it's true. Like, it definitely has an impact. Like, all the people play to the crowd a little bit, and, you know, guys are making plays. And Donald Driver was there at the time when I was younger, and he was like, you know, people loved that dude. He was so awesome and so fun. He would catch deep balls down the sideline, and he would run up and down, and the crowd would just go wild. It was like they would do the wave almost as he was running by the bleachers, like wherever he was. And I just remember all those things, thinking like, man, this is a lot different than my high school and college camp. There's a lot of like hoopla surrounding this.
Did you have a roommate at the dorm?
Oh yeah, I was roommates with Brady Papinga, fellow linebacker.
Yes.
You know that
he's
roommates with him?
Did you know he's the D coordinator for BYU?
What's that?
Is he the D coordinator for BYU?
That's his brother. His brother Kelly has been coaching for a while. Yeah, his brother's been coaching. Brady could definitely do that, but his brother's coaching, and he was my roommate. So at the dorm for my first 5 years in the league, I was Brady's roommate at a dorm there, and then every home and away game at the hotel, he was my roommate as well until he ended up going. I believe he got released going into my 6th year, and he went to the Rams for a little bit, and then he got to play with James. And I remember talking to James about him, and he would tell me, he's like, man, Brady would tell me what I would see. He's like, man, this James, you Ohio State guys, you guys are squared away, man. This James he's running this whole defense. He's really impressive how detail oriented he is. I'm like, yeah. And then look at what James is doing now, obviously coaching, but it's no surprise. But yeah, I had a roommate the whole time, and yeah, camp it's definitely a unique time for every football player, but that's kind of where every team is kind of builds the whole foundation of the team.
Oh yeah, and the roommates are what, you know, makes it good and bad. You're the guy that snores or stays up late, and I know you've had different stuff, you know, throughout the years. Trust always rotate our roommates on the road, and every year for camp, and it's old guys, young guys, a lot of times rooming together. And because one of the players asked me, he said, do you still think it's necessary we stay in the hotel? And I'm like, do you have a roommate? He's like, yes. And I'm like, I mean, that was part of the good and bad of all of it, but it was just kind of part of it because these guys now, AJ, like, they all live in their apartments, they have their own stuff. Like, it's such a foreign concept. So I'm curious, like, I think still in the NFL, until you're a vested vet, they don't have to give you your own room.
No, I don't think they do. And it's one of those things where, yeah, it would be nice to have your own room, and you would understand, like, man, it would be so nice. But then I get it. I understand why you have a roommate, and I think it's good for you. It was definitely good for me, especially how Coach Tressel did it and mixed us up and had you room with different people all the time. It definitely helped me out, I think, not being like a super talkative, outgoing dude. it helped me learn, develop relationships with my teammates. But yeah, I think it's necessary. I think it's good. And the whole part about staying in a dorm or a hotel and everything, it's true. Like those 30 minutes, hour, whatever kind of time you have at the end of the night or during the day when you can kind of hang out and do whatever, play cards, whatever guys are going to do. That's what camp is about. And that's where you kind of get to understand and learn who your teammates actually are.
When Mike Tomlin was at Pittsburgh, there was live tackling in the team periods. They had other drills, something called the backs on backers drill, with a lot of physicality there. Mike McCarthy, in his first camp with the Steelers, has said they will not have any live tackling at all during training camp. Which of those two do you think is smarter? Live tackling, a lot of tackling, or no tackling?
I mean, obviously, it's smarter probably not to have guys, leg drop tackling your starting receivers and running backs that are making a bunch of money. I get that, but he didn't say no hitting. That's the thing. Like, there's going to be plenty of hitting, but without, I don't think you don't have to take guys to the ground, especially in the NFL. Like, you learn how to practice, you learn what tempo is, and it is full go up until the point of where you would take them to the ground. So I think there's going to be plenty of physicality there. I'm actually going to be there on Monday. We're going to go do a show there with Pat McAfee. Show is going to be there Monday afternoon, so I'll get to watch. I think it's their first day in pads as well, so we'll get to see the energy that they have. But that's kind of where it's going now. Like, I don't think it's super necessary to take guys to the ground. I know, like, Belichick and the Patriots, they do a lot of open field tackling even during
live.
the season. I think that's
to the ground, dude. It was crazy.
That's wild. It's very I can see how it's beneficial, but man, I would be holding my breath every single rep because it is true. Like, it does seem dangerous. I was watching kids last night. I'm helping coach kids football teams, and I'm looking at these I can hear other teams down on the other sides of the field, doing these drills, just kids lining up 15 yards apart, annihilate each other. I'm jumping at the contact. I can hear it. And then they're huge contact, and then the kids are kind of flailing around and falling on the backs of these kids' legs. And I'm like, man, I just hope no one tears an ACL or breaks their leg in half. I'm one of those old guys that gets nervous now when I see these guys go down.
It's amazing, man. We had in the chat, question from the chatter, AJ, who is your favorite superhero?
Can you give me I need multiple choice. I don't know who is considered a superhero and who is not.
I mean, I don't know. I guess anybody the Marvel
Superman,
universe.
Batman,
yeah,
those guys,
Iron
right?
Man, the guys, yeah, Superman, Batman, I mean, all the Avenger, the Marvel stuff, those guys all qualify. The new Spider-Man's coming out. I don't know if your kids, my daughter's super excited to see it. I don't know if Lennon's on the same track with that or not, but yeah, I don't know.
Oh man, I think Batman's my dude. I don't know a lot of the other superheroes. I'm not as familiar with them, but Batman and Superman were my two growing up that I knew. But I've always the old school Michael Keaton Batman. That one had a big impact on me. So I'm gonna go there.
All right, I like that. Is there any chance that you and Pat and the boys, you guys gonna give Big Mike a vape pen while you're out there?
I mean, I don't think he wouldn't go for it. I know Pat tried to offer him one in Green Bay, and someone and Big Mike said no. He waved him off right away. But you never know what could happen on Monday.
We have what do we have planned? I didn't realize the big Pistols turning the big 7-0 tomorrow on our birthday. We have any big plans? Are you guys going to go out and recreate the Pistol Pete video together? What's going to happen?
Oh man, and we'll see. And happy birthday to you coming up as well, Bob. We're driving to. We're going to go to Centerville tonight, and we're going to do we're going to dinner with the adults, and then afterwards we're coming back to my brother's house and doing the ice cream and cake. That was my dad's wish to have his grandkids and all of us come back and do that. So that's the plan tonight. We'll see. I don't know. It's going to be fun, but he's. My dad turning 70. I know he still feels good physically. He's got a fake hip. He's pretty light right now. Him and my mom ride their bikes through the woods and do active stuff all the time. That's what their identity is now, going to cycling class and riding bikes through the woods and kayaking and doing outdoorsy things. So who knows what new thing he's into now? He's still playing golf at a very, very poor level, but who knows? I got him a couple. We always just get him golf gifts, little weird things we find on Amazon. So that's what he's getting.
That's awesome.
I think it's great that your dad does that with your mom, but I'll tell you, the way he described all of those things, it sounded like a Depends commercial.
Well, and hey, by the way,
I mean, it might be. It could be.
It could be. And give Give Beebs the best too. I texted her yesterday the belated birthday. I missed it. So that big happy birthday to Lauren. It sounds like the gift to her, outside of the facial she got, is the kids, the 4 kids in the car driving over to your parents' house, because that should be a fun time.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. We can't. Everyone knows kids do very well in long deep car rides. Especially coming home is going to be good too, when they're tired and trying to fight with each other in the back. But hopefully we're over that phase a little bit. They're a little bit older now, but it's always an adventure. We know that.
AJ, appreciate the time. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend, buddy.
All right, thanks, guys.
That was AJ Hawk joining us there. Pads when he first got there, like said when camp started.
Yeah, there's no acclimation. We did goal line tackles our first like short yardage goal line.
Wow.
And I was like, why are we putting this in? And like we're putting it in that morning, and we go through individual. I look over at Brady James, like, why are we putting this in? He goes, oh, dude, we're gonna do goal line first. I'm like, are you serious? And he's like, yes. And he like just rolls his eyes like, is that for real? This is the NFL, or is this like Little League football? Like, why? Goal line and short yardage usually put in like day 4, 5, or 6. Like, we literally did live goal line as coming out of individual, our first team period.
That's amazing.
It's something.
Sounds horrible.
It's something. I mean, I'm like, I remember talking to AJ, and I was like, is this for real? He's like, dude, it's crazy here. I'm like, and the fans make it even, because there's a lot. Like at Green Bay, I mean, you have thousands. In Dallas, you had thousands of people. And it was like being there at a game. Like you said, they only cheer for the offense. And like, and so you make it back. It's a very unique setup.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, the Green Bay thing. I had friends of mine that every year go up there to training camp and
ride the kids' bikes back and forth.
That kind of stuff. They loved it. They went up there probably 4 or 5 years in a row with the kids, and it was grandparents took them up there. But they all have such great memories of that and pictures from the players riding their bikes and stuff. That's pretty cool.
Last thing I wanted to do would go talk to kids and ride a bike before practice. Sounds terrible. Like, I'll talk to you afterwards, but before, like, especially like day 5, 6, 7, head hurts, beat up, just angry.
You have a whole practice to go.
Yeah, like I'm staring at a full practice. Like, hit me up after practice when it's done. And
yeah,
I'm tired, but like at least I've achieved something, and I'm looking at maybe a nap or something, and lunch and a nap, and I'll sign some stuff, and we'll all be good then.
The roommate thing, that's weird to me. You guys are all grown men.
Dude, we have roommates. That's what one of the guys. You still think we should do that? I'm like, you have roommates, right? He's like, yeah. And he starts complaining about the guy snoring that he had. I'm like, it's part of life, man. I used to keep empty water bottles, and I would throw them at Anthony Fasano because he would start snoring so bad. And if I hit him just right, it would wake him up enough to just break the snoring, and then I'd have like a 5-minute window to fall asleep.
You would throw water bottles at your sleeping sleeping teammate.
Yeah. He would snore so loud I could not sleep. It's terrible.
See, I think I'd be a bad roommate, which is why I wouldn't have to be room with me. I think
right now with everything you've got, sleeping in the spaceship and the CPAP and all that stuff, that sounds terrible.
Yeah,
you'd be last pick.
I would pinch your CPAP hose off in the middle of the night.
That's my coworker there, buddy. Everybody, thank you all the juicers for chiming in. All of our guests this week. What a wonderful time. Bob, an early happy birthday to you. Do you tell people again, what is it you're going to do for you do at Ohio State? How many, what's the
We'll talk about
drill?
it next week. I mean, it'll be our conditioning test. I'm in the worst shape that I've been. I was working on it this week, and it's going to be a lot of grit, so it'll be fun. 20 half gassers, 18 seconds run, 30 seconds rest. So we'll see if we can get it done.
All right, folks. Thank you, Isaiah, for filling in for Bodie. He's back next week. This has been Morning Juice.